Hello everybody, welcome back to 10-Minute Reviews. Jason here bringing you today's video. So real fast, I don't want to make this too long for an intro, so I'm going to try and compress it. Thank you very much to our fans. Thank you very much to our patrons. Don't forget to check the links down below for links to today's book, any other applicable links. And don't forget to check the end of the videos for details on our contests. I'm going to be running a contest on the main channel, and I'm going to have a couple of contests on the Patreon, so don't forget to check that as well. Got a bunch of signed books and stuff that I want to give away. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into today's video. Don't forget to check those links down below, guys. Got more information down there. Catch you soon. So for today's video, I want to talk about JJ Thorn, whom, as you guys have noticed through some of the through the contest, is one of the authors that I've been able to buy some signed books off of to give away for our contests. I want to talk about book 2 of his Apocalypse Assassin series, Target 75. Hopefully you guys read Apocalypse Assassin. If not, you should go check it out. There were a few things I didn't like, but overall it was a great book. I mean, I only finished maybe 1 in 15 books I start, and I finished it. It was a fun book. Very lit RPG, very system apocalypse type, and how the world kind of just goes to crap after a system shows up, and the character Claire. So in book 1, what we learned a lot about Claire. We learned that Claire was, 1, a teenage girl, 2, sometimes acts like an 8-year-old, but is sort of one of the more powerful within the city. I believe Vancouver, but with their city-state that's a safe zone. She dungeon dives by herself, and she has a quest from the system. She was raised, basically kidnapped and tortured in order to, once she hit the age where the system finally integrates with children, to gain better skills, which she absolutely did. But a lot of the children were killed, and it was basically pretty evil thing. So she has the quest basically of revenge. She is assassinating all the people that were connected with this program. Now the system only gives them to her one at a time, and there's always conditions in place. You know, before you get the next target, you have to do this. Now, she also discovered, when she almost lost a fight, that she has a few more abilities that are there, and we also start getting the sense that the system is borderline sentient or sapient and helping her, sometimes twisting its own rules or the rules that surround her. So when we get into book 2, now Claire has had to team up with the city hall and help them and do what they ask. And this is one of those areas, one of the qualitative leaps that I really enjoy from this book, from book 1 to this book, is Claire's progression. There were some spots in the first book that were just jarring and kind of took me out of the book because they just didn't make sense. Kind of trying to show how Claire was just a teenage girl, but then making her act like a preteen idiot when she's somebody that has been fighting for her life for quite some time. Yes, she's still a teenager, but she's a little bit smarter, a little more jaded, a little bit more world weary, and a little bit more aware and used to thinking. And that would just kind of went by the wayside quite a few times. This time around, not so much. Much more logical. She doesn't have this 9 kind of scenes. And in fact, the only thing that drove me nuts in the book actually made sense within the book, and it was the fact that she continued to be beholden to the city hall under those circumstances, and sometimes the way they treated her, I would have told them to pound sand, but she was trying to protect other people that were under the protection of the city hall. So she's trying to juggle both of those things. She is trying to do what city hall is asking for, while also gaining more strength and more abilities and more levels with her abilities, while also carrying out these assassinations, which are technically illegal, and building up to target number 75, which is one of the big targets. It's 3/4 of the way through the list of 100. She's not even sure what she's going to do when she finishes, but she knows she has to do this, which also kind of kicks off a little bit of a war within the city itself, between City Hall and this rogue criminalish element that's kind of winning the hearts and minds of people and trying to take over as well. In the midst of all this, she also has to leave the city for a little while. One of her targets is in another city. A few of her targets actually are in another city, which kind of turns into a whole thing right there, as she has to deal with that, deal with what's going on in her own city, deal with some of the consequences of her own actions, even though she really didn't have much of a choice in it. And we see a real progression, not just in Claire, but in the world. In this lit RPG, apocalypse system type of world that really progresses. We're finally introduced to another city. We see what happens when a safe zone stops being a safe zone. We get a glimpse of what is outside of the cities, outside of the safe zones, and what could potentially be out there. And we start getting a little bit of an idea of what Claire's future might be. Or at least what she may have to do in future books, and where she may have to go, and things that she may have to see, fight against. And through this, despite her meeting more people, she almost quasi makes a boyfriend, meeting more people, meeting some allies, meeting people she doesn't like, meeting people she does like, people she works great with. Through all of this, you still retain the sense that she is going to remain this lone assassin for a while longer. I am very much looking forward to book 3, and I hope you guys have checked out book 1. And if not, just win one of the contests and you'll get book 1 signed. Otherwise, everyone, thank you for watching. We will catch you next time. Bye now. Welcome back. So for our contests. So for the contest here on the main channel, I'm going to be running 2 contests for this month. The contest will end at the end of April. Just email me at reviewsin10@gmail.com. Put contest in the subject line so I do not skip past it. I do get a lot of emails. And I'm actually going to be running 2 contests. Email me for the first contest. Email me your suggestions for 4 categories of books. You don't have to send me 4 suggestions. Some people don't read certain categories, and that is certainly fine. Just email me your suggestions of books that I have not reviewed. Doesn't mean I haven't read them, but that I have not reviewed in 4 genres: sci-fi, lit RPG, cultivation, and the harem lit. Of course, I'm missing fantasy, but that comes up a lot with cultivation and with lit RPG and with the harem lit, so I'm just kind of leaving that one out. And I will pick of my favorites out of that. I will pick a winner, and I have a signed copy of Advent 9 by T. Alan Horn, and that will be going to that winner. I do actually have a bunch of books for further contests as well, but it's a signed copy of Advent 9 by T. Alan Horn that I will send out to the winner. And the second contest going on the main channel is pick a book. Pick a book that you've read that I have not reviewed, and email me a quick little personal review. If you can talk me into reading that book, the winner of that one will receive a signed copy of JJ Thorn's Apocalypse Assassin, right? Yeah, Apocalypse Assassin, which I've reviewed this one. I've also reviewed Advent 9. So again, put contest in the subject line, and if you're interested in maybe getting a complete set of Mickey Kare's or the Heavy Weight of It All Book 1, also signed, check out our Patreon. I've got 2 contests that will be going on there as well. Thanks everybody. Hope you guys enjoy the videos, and don't forget to email me. Bye now.